Sasha and Hanji died because of me. See, the Sasha thing is one thing because he seemingly didn't know, and it wasn't
Okay,
like
here we go.
right,
But Sasha and Hanji both died because of my actions. Okay, I found it.
Okay, there you go.
So it's at the very end of this, okay?
Yeah. And again, it's before Hanji's died that he's saying this, so he knows it happens. So I guess you could say that he's already given up on trying to change things at this point. This is why he just doesn't even bother changing it. But like,
but the other thing about this is that he's saying this at the very end with his like revelation, like I'm an idiot and I want to do this and all that jazz. Of course, I told myself that I was doing it to protect all of you, but Sasha and Dachi both died because of my actions. So it's kind of like when he's saying it, he's realizing like that was hypocritical of me. Like I said I want to do this to protect you, yet I just did something that killed my friends
yeah,
at the
well,
same
but
time.
that again, it doesn't make sense because he's saying that he actually did want to do the rumbling because he wanted to see this site, but this site wasn't Hanji's death. He didn't want to see Hanji's death because he wanted his friends to live long lives. He's doing this for his friends.
Okay.
So
All right, so I have two rewrites for you.
okay.
I mean, just give me the pro and con. I feel like one of these probably just is objectively the better one. So, option one, Hanji just doesn't die because
Yeah.
Aaron doesn't put them in this situation in the first place.
Yeah.
It's a simple rewrite. Option two, Hanji dies at the Red Sea. So, like, in order to see that site, Hanji has to die.
I like that.
She's trying to stop him.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
the objectively better one, because why is Aaron think he's doing this? Because he wanted to see this site.
Yeah.
To him, seeing that site is worth killing Hanji. It's worth more than Hanji's life.
So
that would have been better.
Because my problem with Hanji's death isn't that she died, because it did elicit the emotional reaction from viewers. It's about the stupidity and explaining how you get there. It was so forced and it's jarring.
It was forced, and as it is, it just doesn't really feel like it's necessary or with a. It's like I get the point, but what is the point at the same time? It's not like Jiraiya's death for Naruto, where it's just like the most obvious point in the world.
Yeah. Like, I like what Hanji's death does, I just didn't like them doing it. It's like, I enjoyed Hanji dying, I didn't enjoy Hanji's death. If that makes sense.
When you say it that way, it sounds like you're just happy that she's dead. But
yeah, I know it does sound bad that way, but technically speaking.
So hypothetically, we're going with my rewrite here to where, but I mean, honestly, real quick, just to add clarification, they're at like the sea, like oceany area, so this works for making a Red Sea.
Yeah.
If like, but the only problem is like, okay, Hanji is probably not going to be the only blood to make it red. Is the only issue here, but like,
no, that's completely fine. That doesn't matter at all.
I think the point is, we can work at the kinks there. The question is,
no, I think it's better if that's the case. Obviously, it'd be weird if it was only Hanji for every reason.
So some questions would be: is Hanji going to be the first or the last death? First question of this Red Sea. So like, will this rumbling have already killed a bunch of people? It's already red water basically by the time she's there.
I think it has to be the first.
She give me the first one that kicks off the Red Sea.
It has to be the first to make it more heroic, and also because Eren would just stop it at Hanji if it was the last for plot reasons.
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
Because
like he has to get through Hanji to get to
exactly, yeah. It's like an environmentalist tying themselves to a tree. The bulldozer person doesn't want to do the person; they want to do the tree behind the person. But in order to get the tree, they got to go through the person first.
Yeah. The next question is: should we have the Colossal Titans like fight Hanji, or are they just gonna mindlessly walk?
So mindlessly walking is
fight.
scarier, but I don't think you need to go for the scary route. So mindlessly fighting them is cooler, which might be better because it's the finale where you might as well go balls to the walls, do the most extreme, crazy, nonsensical things anyways.
Yeah, it depends on whether you want it to look in the moment like the Titans, like Aaron's intentionally fighting Hange, or if it looks more like a whatever accident at first. That's kind of the question there. Is if you want it to look as though Aaron's actively fighting or not.
I think this should be like a protagonist-antagonist thing, to where it's almost like Death Note, to where regardless of Hange versus Colossal Titans in the plot, in the story, we're seeing like the blue Hange and the red Aaron in like the mental scape of them playing like a chess battle, because Hange refuses to get out of the way to stop Aaron, even though Aaron desperately wants her to. But then you get to the point of where like Aaron has to confront himself about whether he wants to protect his friends or do the rumbling to protect his friends, to kill his friends. It's like, how many of his friends does he have to kill to save their lives? That The Walking Dead Rick Grimes quote that I said. So it's going to like maybe make Aaron hesitate. Even if the Colossal Titans don't hesitate, Aaron is going to, in like his mental scape or whatever.
Yeah. Would you want Aaron to like have like an in-depth thought? So like to where he's like thinking like, what do I do? Like, if I don't stop Hange, I can't flatten the world. And at the time, he can just say, I won't be able to do the rumbling. If I can't do the rumbling, I can't protect my friends, blah, blah, blah. Do you want him to have, like, this full-on thought process? Or if to just have a scene of him, like a hesitation scene where you just see his, like, expression of hesitation?
This is going to just go in line with another rewrite anyways. Instead of Aaron, the way it's kind of half depicted, half not, the way it's kind of depicted is that it's Aaron at least thinks that the future can't be changed. Whereas the other end of it is Aaron can't stop himself. Even if he wants to change the future, he knows what's right and he just has to do it because he can't not do it. Specifically with Ramsey's death. And so I don't want to remove Ramsey's scene here with Aaron beating up the bullies to protect Ramsey, and then he's crying to Ramsey saying how humanity disappointed him during Ramsey's death. All that is brilliant and great and genius. But if you do it here, this is the scene where it should be, and it would make that other scene redundant.
I mean, I guess you could just give everything. He instead of saying it to Ramsey, he could say it to Hange. But that, I mean, it doesn't lose. It loses a little bit, but like it keeps pretty much everything there. It just changes it from Ramsey hearing it beforehand and not being able to like understand Aaron because he's speaking in a foreign language, making that a tragic element, to just this with Hange, which is arguably more important, but same idea.
I do think you have to change some because you can't just it would be weird. Some aspects would be weird if you literally copy and paste it, but I think you could just do both, but let the differences be the differences.
Okay,
like,
that could work. I'd be fine with that.
Also, because he's already had the Ramsey crying scene, his expression of guilt or greater resolve at this point can be different enough so that, like, a hypothetical, I'll give you a few hypotheticals. She could be even more extreme. I don't think he could be more extreme realistically, but like hypothetically, he could be even more extremely sad with Hange. He could be so resolved that like he gets over it. Like you see him like sad, but then he gets over it, and then it's almost like scary that he's like actually resolved to just kill her.
I like that.
Or he could just express his sorrow in a completely new way that we haven't. That's just different from Ramsey.
I think he would reflect Ymir in her almost like apathetic, cold eyes. Like he would lose his pupils, maybe even like look lifeless.
You would do some like
a slave to himself or slave to freedom. Get into that.
Yeah, you could do a thing to where like a couple of things. So you know how like in Naruto, for example, when Sasuke wakes the curse spark, and like Dosu and Sakura are like seeing Orochimaru's like shadow in Sasuke, just an example. You could do a thing to where, like, once Aaron gets that resolve, serious look, you almost have, like, the Ymir... Either he gets Ymir's white eyes that have nothing, no pupils, or you just see like the shadow of Ymir behind him or something as they do something similar somewhere, I feel like. But
yeah. See,
you
I
could
think
do
what would
something
work
like that
best
or-
is if Hanji feels like he's getting through to Eren, and so she's like all like going on in, like she's hyped about it, and she's like really aggressive, like leaning forward and everything. And then eventually this gets to this turning point right at the very end, and like Eren's final words are like, Hanji, this is freedom, as he just has like the like zombie like face, and that's when Hanji runs. She's like, oh crap, oh no, this didn't work, oh we gotta get out of here, this didn't work at all, or something. And then at that point it's too late. That's what I'm saying.
Something, or he doesn't have to say the freedom thing. He could just say, Hanji, I'm sorry, and like that's it as well.
Yeah. So I wasn't even thinking about this beforehand, but this works as the literal perfect follow-up conclusion from their literal previous scene together, which almost feels pointless in the way it is currently. And that being the Eren in jail, looking in the mirror, screaming, fight, Tatakai, whatever you want to say. And then Hanji starts calling him out on it. And then Eren's like, tell me another way, Hanji, any other way. This is a literal perfect resolve to that. It's like, set up, payoff. It happened pretty recently, too.
You could arguably have him repeat some of those lines as well, like, you never told me another way, or tell me another way, Hanji, or something like that. Like, you could do something like that, too.
He gave me, like, last chance. Do you have another option? Like, Hanji, please. Otherwise, I'm walking.
I think this general concept, at the very least, could have been really good.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. Plus, it makes the rumbling a little bit less rushed, because that's a thing that a lot of people say. Not only that, just obviously expanding the pacing, but then also fleshing out these other details that we never got in the first place that make the rumbling make no sense, that we spent the past hour discussing. You would have to explain this to get to the Red Sea in the first place, so it works.
With this rewrite in mind, would you do it so that, like, Eren off in the other part of the world is just like thinking and slash seeing through the Colossal Titans or whatever? Or would you just have the Eren Titan like literally be there, like at the boat and all that?
Either way works. I don't think it really I mean, it does for future, but like for this scene, I don't think it really matters, because they would be talking in the paths, and then it's just Hanji confronting the Colossal Titans regardless.
Yeah, the question is just whether or not you think that the should be there.
I mean, I'll say this, if Eren is there, it would be kind of really cool if Hanji was like avoiding Eren, like looking past him, like walking past him to go confront the Colossal Titans behind him or whatever. Like, I'm not even going to look at you, I'm going to look at the real threat, because the Eren I know is too weak to do anything anyways. He's just a reckless idiot who's trying to use power to get rid of his cowardness or something. I don't know. It'd be cool. Even though Eren's clearly the more powerful one there.
Yeah, I don't know which of those I would specifically prefer. I feel like they realistically all work pretty similarly.
Yeah, there's arguments for both.